See, what you have to understand is that the original and the first slaves in America were what you would call so-called whites. But they weren't white. They were European. They were Slavic. They were Irish. They were German. They were British. Because the very definition of slave is an Eastern European. And they were coming over in America by the boatload. Their own king was sending them labor, hard labor. And they were toiling on the soils of American land. They were toiling on the soils in the Bahamas. They were the real slaves. But no one wants to touch upon that issue. That the first slaves in America are the pale people or the pink people that you call white. They're WIGHT, which is actually black, the definition of black. That's where blacka comes from. Pale, wan, colorless. They made you take on their classification and they took on yours. Because it's all a standpoint. You can see right then and there that we're not black and they're not white. So why would you assume that they're speaking upon skin color? And then when you get right down to it, since you want to call someone a color or define a person by their skin color, black by definition is not a color. White by definition is not a color. Black is the absorption of all colors, right? That's how you get a black hole. It's the absorption of every frequency of light on the spectrum. It is the absence and the absorption of light. So all you see is this, what you would call black or darkness. However, white is not a color either. Because white is the reflection of all colors, a culmination of all colors. So we have to really break it down to certain people so they can kind of get the idea that there's no way that we can be literally black or white. And we're not talking about phenotype. We're not talking about letting go of your so-called blackness. You know, that essence, that melanin, that carbon 666, which is transmutated into carbon 7 because of the sun, is making the vibration of the earth rise as it gets closer. That's the whole talk about the second sun arriving. That's Sirius B. Some people call it a spaceship. You know, I'm not going to really say anybody's names because I don't like to call anyone out. Yeah, some people say it's a spaceship. But it's actually the sun, Sirius B. Because you have to understand that's a star system. We all came from Sirius A. Dogons call it Sigitolo. The Maya call it Tamayan. But yeah, to get back to Keke Palmer's post, you know, she's gonna make a lot of people think, and you know that's really what I'm about. I just want to make you think.